I've also written a couple of books, and I know how the process works. You write some chapters. You don't write the whole book at once. You write a chapter or two. You send it to the editors, and they edit. They read it. They add. They subtract. And here's my question: the editor, was she possibly a plant, a liberal plant? Because I'm not sure either one of these stories, the dog story, the North Korea story, seems like the Kristi Noem I know.
No, the buck always stops with me. I take my own full responsibility. I wrote this book, and I take the responsibility for what's in it. It's a great book, Eric. I hope everybody reads it and buys it.
Yeah, go after yourself, Kristi Noem. The buck stops with me. I take responsibility. Oh, why was it taken out? I'm not saying why it was taken out. I'm not gonna do this. Like, she wanted to appear tough and she wanted to appear worldly. She couldn't sell either of those things. Now she wants to appear honest as she lies to everyone's face over and over and over again. And now she made the wise decision in this case of going in front of Eric Bolling, who is, I guess, dumber than all of the rest of the right wingers, because he's asking her stuff about like this, the dog thing doesn't sound like you. She's already been saying for like 2 weeks now that she put it on in there to appear tough, to appear decisive. We're so far past the idea that some lefty liberal plant editor put it there.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
He's like throwing up defenses of the fake news media or whatever that are so laughable that even Kristi Noem, 20 feet deep in the hole that she's digging for herself, is like, well, no, obviously I can't claim that. That's stupid. What are you talking about, Eric Bolling? But this is what passes for a media when it comes to the right wing. And by the way, she's still doing it. She was interviewed with Stuart Varney this morning. She ended up like getting mad at him because he was asking her questions about this. Why the hell do you think someone is bringing you on to be interviewed, okay? To talk about one of the other chapters of the book? No, we're gonna ask you about the Kim Jong-un thing. We're gonna ask you about the dog. And by the way, and this is my favorite update to this, apparently her team told her to stop trying to put the dog story in a book 2 years ago, okay? Apparently in a prior book, this is not her only book. In a prior book, she wanted to put it in that, and people involved in the writing of the book said that it was in bad taste and could potentially hurt her reputation. But she argued that she thought it would portray her as a decisive person, but the story was ultimately cut. So there are actual people who are good at their job. People who are trained for things like PR and image control and stuff like that. But all of these people are so dense, so arrogant, so just needy that they tell all those people to F off. And that's how you end up in situations like this, Trae.
Yeah, it definitely makes it funnier to me knowing that she has been trying to tell this story for 2 years. She's like, no, I'm telling you, this is my closer. This is the thing. This is gonna seal the deal. And her whole team is like, please, for the love of God, never tell anyone that story, And she like keeps firing people, bringing new people in, telling them like, listen, I got this thing. What do you think about this? And the new team is like, what? No, you can't, you could never say that ever, And then finally, like when she's making her big play, her big VP play, she's like, this is the moment. And she throws it out there and gets immediate backlash. And she's just like shocked Pikachu or whatever, when that happens, like, and having to know, it's like an ultimate I told you so moment, which is funny, except again, these people are so delusional and in so much denial. I don't know that they can really process those types of moments, which takes a little bit of the fun out of it for me. But if she has any kind of modicum of sensibility left in there, she's got to be feeling pretty stupid after all this. And, that makes me feel better. But yeah, that dude, that guy, I already forgot his name, that Newsmax guy or whatever. It was
Eric Bolling.
Yeah, Bolling, his theory on it, trying to turn the whole thing into like a Scooby-Doo episode that ends with them, pulling the mask off of her editor and it's AOC or whatever. And then there's a big music drop and they go to commercial. These people are just, it's a truly absurd time to be alive, man. What else can you say? It's wild out here.
Is there, I'll close with this. Is there a politician that you like admire or you like have some degree of faith in or whatever, like a politician you like?
You're asking me to answer?
Yeah.
I mean, I like AOC. When I was in my 20s, like in 2008, I was 22, and I was like, Barack Obama, I genuinely believed is like, this dude is going to be the guy. This guy's going to lead us into the promised land. Like I bought into all that fully. And then, look, I still like Obama, but I was disappointed by a lot. Didn't exactly go that way, as we're aware. And that kind of, altered how I feel about politicians forevermore. I kind of said at the time, it's like, I'm never gonna put my full faith and heart behind a politician again, even the ones that I do like. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my philosophy on that. Why do you ask?
Well, first of all, I feel almost exactly the same. I still remember him giving the speech at the 2004 DNC,
Right.
and I remember the campaign in 2008, and so I felt much the same. But like, so you mentioned like that right now you like AOC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if AOC did this, wrote something in a book, it was debunked. She did 50 interviews where she just kept refusing to admit that she lied. I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. And maybe that makes me worse at this because I should be willing to accept that she's a massive liar to get what I want politically. But I'm also a human. And so many of the people in our politics are not humans anymore. If you lie to my face like this, I don't care anymore about this nonsense. And not just a lie, they all lie. I know that they all lie. Don't message me that they lie. Obvious, repeated lies. When you know I already know you're lying and you're lying to me anyway, we should be able to expect more than that. Jesus. And she's just gonna keep doing it. She's just gonna keep doing the interviews. She's just gonna keep implying that, I would never talk about a meeting with I just filled my books with the meetings that I've had. I never talk about it. I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.